Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of A Good Sports Show. I'm your host, Randy Goodman. You can follow me on Instagram, rangood03, and you can also follow the show on Facebook. Just simply type in facebook.com/A Good Sports Show, and that'll take you to our Facebook page, and just hit the like button and comment on our posts and stuff. I'm posting daily some hot sports opinions and also some sports news. So you can follow along there. Also, you can follow the show along on Instagram and Twitter. The Instagram and Twitter handle basically is at A Good Sports Show. Appreciate you following along on those two accounts. And also, the show is on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel for A Good Sports Show. I think you can just simply type in Good Sports Show in the search bar at the top and find us on there and hit that subscribe button. One of our recent shows was the most viewed and watched recently, so that's exciting. And also our subscriber count's going up. That's on the incline, so that's great. Just help out and share the word and hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to talk about some college football this week. We're going to talk some Cowboys, some Dallas Mavericks, and then we're going to wrap it up with some WWE talk. I haven't done any wrestling talk in a while, and I've had a couple people ask me when's wrestling going to be talked on the show again. So this is the week for it, and the WWE has a pay-per-view coming up actually next Thursday for Halloween. So we'll dive into that. But first, let's get started with some college football. SMU played Houston last night, Thursday night. They won that game to move to 8-0 on the season. This is the first time they've started 8-0 since 1982 when they went 10-0. SMU is also 4-0 in conference play for the first time since 1986. The Mustangs, they're just riding the momentum, and they're an exciting team to watch, and they are Dallas's college football team. Like I said, they won 34-31 over Houston. Houston tried a late comeback to tie the game to go to overtime, and luckily Houston couldn't get it done, and SMU moves on to 8-0. The Mustangs, they put up 373 yards of offense. To kind of break that down, they had 191 passing yards and 182 rushing yards. Shane Buechele, he had a good game. He was 20 for 38 for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I know Buechele, I believe last week he threw for 6 touchdowns. A little less this week, but hey, they'll definitely take it. Xavier Jones, the running back for SMU, he had 133 rushing yards on 22 attempts and had 2 touchdowns. And he also ran one for 62 yards. Ran the end zone for a touchdown, and I posted the video of that on the show's Instagram page. You have to go check that out. That was a hell of a run by Jones to give the Mustangs some points on the board. And then kind of look at the Mustangs defense. They gave up 486 total yards. The big number out of this was 383 passing yards. The pass defense kind of let them down this week, and then they gave up 103 rushing yards in this game. So just kind of clean that up. These last couple weeks left in the season, that's a little rough, giving up a little over almost 400 passing yards a game. So I think they'll be okay on defense though. The defense also, they forced 3 turnovers, and they converted that into 14 points, which was huge in the win. And also, one more thing about the defense, they had 7 sacks for 51 yards, and they had 13 tackles for a loss. So they were definitely hustling up there on the line, trying to create pressure and force the turnovers, the Houston turnovers. So something kind of look at. And the Mustangs, with this undefeated streak going on, they're keeping their hopes alive of playing in a New Year's 6 bowl game. I know that's something that's kind of talked about in the bowl projections, so we kind of have to see how that plays out. Because I think right now they may play up in the bowl game up in Frisco at Toyota Stadium, which I know they have, they have higher expectations. They want to play in a New Year's 6 bowl game, which I understand. If they go undefeated, I think they should be there. That's just my opinion. And then I saw one bowl projection that they might have a matchup with Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl. And wouldn't that be a dream matchup? SMU versus Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl at Jerry World. So we'll just kind of have to see how that all plays out over the next couple weeks. So SMU, they play Memphis next week. Memphis is a really good team in the conference, and there's no time set for this game. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what time the Mustangs and Tigers are going to play. But yeah, SMU's on the road next week in Memphis. It's going to be really tough. And a couple other games that are going on tomorrow in the region. Kind of switch gears from SMU to now college football talk. Oklahoma plays at Kansas State tomorrow. That's 11 a.m. game on ABC. OU's favored by 23.5 points. I think they'll cover that. Then you've got Oklahoma State at Iowa State. That's a 2:30 game on FS1, and Iowa State's favored by 10.5 in that game. The Pokes kind of let me down last week when they played Baylor at home on their homecoming game, and that was one of my 6-pack college football picks, which actually I'm going to lead into that now. A nice little segue. I've been on a bad losing streak these past couple of weeks. Last week I think I went 1-5 on my college football picks. My overall record right now is 23-25. Ugh, just horrible. Horrible. So this week I'm looking to pick it back up, and hopefully I can get 4-2 or 5-1 or maybe even 6-0 this week. Wouldn't that be great? But anyway, so my 6-pack of college football picks this week. I've got Texas at TCU. I'm going to go ahead and take Texas as a favorite in the minus 1.5 points. Penn State at Michigan State. Penn State's favored by 6.5. I'm going to go ahead and go with Penn State on the road and the 6.5 points. And then we got Tulane and Navy. Navy's favored by 3.5 at home. I'm going to take Navy in that one. That's going to be a really good game between those two teams. Then we've got North Texas at Charlotte. North Texas is favored by 4.5. I'll take the Mean Green on the road and the 4.5 points. And then we've got Notre Dame at Michigan. That's a rivalry game. I'm going to go ahead and take Michigan at home plus the 1.5 points in this game. Notre Dame's always had a problem getting a win at Michigan, and I don't know. I still feel like Notre Dame's a overrated team. So we'll just kind of see how that one shakes out. That should be a pretty good game on Saturday night. And then probably the game of the week on Saturday. That's going to be Auburn at LSU, battle of top 10 teams. I love my Tigers in this one, my LSU Tigers, playing at home. That's going to be a really tough game. I am going to go with Auburn and the 10.5 point spread I'm going to take the 10.5 points. I think it's going to be a little bit close. I think it's going to be a really close game in this one. But yeah, Auburn and LSU. Oh man, I mean that's going to be a really good game on Saturday. So gotta see how that shakes out. But hopefully I'll go either 4-2, 5-1, or 6-0 on my picks, and I'll be posting these picks on the show's Instagram page and also the Facebook page later today. All right, so we've talked a little college football, so now we're going to move over to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys had their backs up against the wall last Sunday night, lost 3 straight. Jason Garrett's job, they weren't saying it was on the line, but I say that was a must-win game for him. His seat is a little hot. I don't care what people say, and the Jones family says his seat is hot. We'll just kind of see what Dallas does over these next couple of weeks. So the Cowboys, they won 37-10 over Philadelphia on Sunday night. That was a great game. Well, great game if you're a Cowboys fan. Not if you're a Philly fan, but anyway. So Dak Prescott, he was 21-27 for 239 yards. He had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He also had 30 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. So Dak had a overall pretty good game. Looking at the stat sheet, Elliott, he had 22 carries for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. Cooper, he led the receivers. He had 5 receptions for 106 yards. And the only receiving touchdown that was in that game was Blake Jarwin. He got the touchdown pass. And Dallas had 189 yards rushing. So that was a pretty good day for rushing against the Eagles. The Cowboys were 3 of 5 in the red zone. That's key because we know they've been having some offensive struggles when they do have those red zone opportunities. And Brett Money Mayer, he hit a 62-yard field goal versus Philadelphia on Sunday night. I don't know if you got to see that long field goal, but I posted a video of that on our show's Instagram page as well. Mayer's the first kicker in NFL history with 3 field goals of at least 60 yards. That guy can kick it. I don't even know if he might be able to make it from 70. Give him a try. The Cowboys, they had the ball for 32 minutes and 22 seconds. They won the time possession. And they were 8 of 14 on third downs. That's a key stat right there. So the Cowboys, they were really efficient on offense Sunday night, and they ran 66 plays with an average of 6.1 yards a gain. That's a really good stat. And to kind of look at the defense, they gave up a total of 283 yards and just 1 touchdown. So the Cowboys defense, they had to step up too after that poor performance in the Jets game the following week. The Cowboys D, Heath and Lee, they had 6 tackles each. And here's something: the Cowboys forced 4 Eagles turnovers, which was a big part of this game. Jalen Smith and D-Law, they both had forced fumbles in this game. So this was a good win for the Cowboys. It was actually a great win for the Cowboys. Kind of a momentum boost going into the bye week. But like I said, they had their backs up against the wall, and the Eagles coach was basically guaranteeing a Eagles win going into that game Sunday night. So that was enough bulletin board material for the Cowboys and the defense to get things going on Sunday night. And then kind of looking at the NFC East standings, Like I said, the Cowboys, they're 4-3, and they have a bye this week. The Eagles, they're going to be playing at the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. The Eagles are 3-4. That's going to be a really good game between the Eagles and the Bills. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills at home in that one. And then you've got the Giants. They're 2-5, and they're playing at the Lions. I couldn't even. That one's pretty much a toss-up. I couldn't even guess Lions at home. Sure, why not? Redskins. They lost to the Vikings on Thursday Night Football, and the lonely Redskins, they're 1-7 this season. Just terrible. Fired their coach. Just turmoil in that organization. It's just the Redskins, terrible. But anyways, so the Cowboys 4-3 right now on top of the NFC East. And so now we'll go ahead and switch our attention to the other Dallas team and talk a little hoops. The Dallas Mavericks, they kicked off their season Wednesday night, and they beat the Washington Wizards 108-100. That was a really good game for the Mavs, and that was the first game without Dirk Nowitzki since he retired. So it's a new era, a new team here in Dallas. The Mavs shot 46% from the field, and they were 30% from three-point line, which was a key stat in this game on Wednesday night. Luka had 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the Unicorn, Porzingis, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Luka and Kristaps, man, it was fun seeing both of them on the court on Wednesday night. And, man, you just feel the energy and the enthusiasm and the optimism and everything that's going on with the Mavs this season. They're going to be a fun team to watch. And then Finney Smith, he had 10 points and 8 rebounds. And then Jackson had 10 points and 4 rebounds. It was just a great performance all around by the Mavs. And the Mavs, they take on the Pelicans Friday night. That's an 8 p.m. tip. I believe that game might be on ESPN. Not exactly sure. I think it is. But yeah, that'll be a good game against the Pelicans. I was hoping Zion Williamson be playing, but he won't. But you'll get to see, Zion's out with an injury, I think 6 to 8 weeks. But you'll get to see the Mavs take on Lonzo Ball and Holiday and the Pelicans gang down in New Orleans. And then the Mavs return Sunday, and they play Portland here at home, and that's a 7 p.m. tip. So you got Pelicans tonight, and then the Portland Trailblazers on Sunday night. So that'll be fun. The Mavs are back in action, and just kind of an early season prediction on the Mavs. I think they're going to get a 7th or an 8th seed in the Western Conference this year. Maybe that's high optimism, that I have for them, but we'll see. And they're a fun team, and I think they're gonna win a lot of games this year. So, and now we're going to step off the basketball court, and we're going to go step inside the ring, and we're going to talk the wrestling ring, and we're going to talk about the WWE Crown Jewel pay-per-view that takes place on October 31st, Halloween. That's going to be a 12 p.m. start. It's from Saudi Arabia, and it's on the WWE Network. As you know, I watch a lot of, or you may not know this, I watch a lot of wrestling each week. I watch the Raws, and I watch Friday Night SmackDown, and I really don't watch NXT that much. I don't know, it just doesn't really appeal to me, that part of the WWE product. And I'll watch AEW wrestling I really like that Upstart promotion. I think they have a lot of excitement and a lot of new energy for the wrestling business, and that's led by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley, and of course Chris Jericho is their world champion right now. So it's kind of fun to watch if you want a little bit different alternative from the WWE product. It's AEW Dynamite, and they're on Wednesday nights on TNT at 7 p.m. There's a little plug for AEW. You're welcome, guys. So I'll watch that. I don't really watch too much Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor or any of those guys and stuff. So, but back to the WWE. Like I said, the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. I feel like this card was just kind of all thrown together, to be honest. Kind of like a last-minute type deal. It kind of started out with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair assembling like Survivor Series teams, 5-on-5, to take on each other at this pay-per-view. And I don't know. So Hulk Hogan, he picked Seth Rollins to be his team captain originally, and Rollins had to back out of that commitment because he's taken on the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, for the Universal title in the main event. That match was added to Crown Jewel, I believe, maybe last week or a week before last. But anyway, so it's Team Hogan versus Team Flair. Now I'll just kind of run down here real quick on this card and kind of give you my predictions on these matches. Team Hogan, you've got Roman Reigns as the team captain. I believe he was just named team captain this past Friday night on SmackDown. Then you've got upcoming star Ricochet. Rusev, he's back in the picture. Then you've got Ali and Shorty G. You got Gable in there. He's shortened his name now, no pun intended, to Shorty G. And they're taking on the Nature Boy Ric Flair, his team. It's going to be Randy Orton, King Corbin, Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was just added to the team this past Monday on Raw. Hogan and Flair will be in opposite corners, supporting their teams. There's going to be either a run-in or something where Hogan and Flair are going to get their hands on each other in this match. And I just think that, I don't know, I would think with Team Hogan he'd have better team members on his team. I don't know, Roman Reigns is great, Rusev is great, but I'm not sure about Ricochet, Ali, and Shorty G. I mean, I don't know, it just seems like they were just that in there. But anyway, so I'm going to go with Team Flair in this match. I just think the Nature Boy, he's put together one hell of a team, and I can't see them losing to the guys on Hulk Hogan's team. So it might be a little fun to watch. But anyway, so moving on from that, you've got a 20-man battle royal. And the winner of that battle royal faces AJ Styles for the U.S. Championship later in the show. Don't have the names yet of who's going to be in this battle royal. The battle royal winner, I mean, I don't know. It just seems to me that I can't see AJ Styles losing his belt over in Saudi Arabia. Maybe he will, but I'm going to go ahead and take AJ Styles versus the battle royal winner. I'm going to go ahead and take Styles in that match. Then you've got Braun Strowman against Fury. I don't know how they're going to book book the ending to this match. Right now I've got it as a draw. I can't see Strowman getting a clean win over Fury this time. I think something's going to happen. They're either going to have a count out, both men counted out, both men disqualified. Something's going to happen in this match, and we're not going to have a clear winner between those two. And then you've got the WWE Championship. You've got Lesnar versus Vasquez. He signed a multi-year contract with WWE. He was the one that gave Lesnar a scar on his upper cheek around 10 years ago when they were fighting in the Octagon. I can't see Lesnar losing the belt this quickly. I'm going to go ahead and take Lesnar in this championship match. They, like I said, they just put the belt on him a couple of weeks ago when the WWE debuted on Fox, and he beat Kofi Kingston in less than 10 seconds. And I can't see Lesnar losing the belt in less than a month or dropping the belt. So I'm going to take Lesnar in this one. And then the final match, you've got Universal title, Rollins versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. This is a false count anywhere match. These two, the fans were not happy after the Hell in the Cell match. You can go look that one up on YouTube. That was a terrible match. The referee called that match inside the Hell in a Cell, and it was just terrible booking by Vince McMahon and the creative team. I guess they didn't want to go ahead and put the belt on Wyatt yet. So now Rollins, I think he's going to end up winning this match. I don't know how. I don't know how they're going to book the ending to this match with everything that's happened between these two guys facing off against each other the past couple of weeks, even like house shows. I know I've seen video of, and this is like during like after the show matches, after like Raw shows and stuff, you'll see Rollins give Wyatt like 6 or 7 curb stomps, and then the lights go out, and then Wyatt disappears to the back, and his music his laughing sound starts going off in the arena, and fans are booing. I don't know. I think fans are ready for the Fiend to get the Universal title, but we'll just kind of see how that goes. I still think Rollins is going to win this one. I don't know when Rollins is going to drop the title, but I mean, it could maybe Survivor Series. He could lose the belt. Who knows? We'll just kind of have to watch and see on this one. So the Crown Jewel, like I said, once again, it's next Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Time. On Halloween, 10/31. So you have to check out that pay-per-view. And that's going to wrap up this week's show. That was a lot of sports to cover. Once again, just wanted to say that thank you for your support as we continue to grow the show. And you can follow the show on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com backslash. I can't even talk this week. Go to facebook.com / A Good Sports Show. And then also on Twitter and Instagram, just use the @ symbol and then A Good Sports Show, and follow the show there. And then also on the YouTube channel, just hit that subscribe button, and you'll never miss a new episode of the show. I want to thank you for tuning in this week. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.